Had ease. Now let me drop some more of them keys. It's 199 trace, so let me just play. It's Snoop Dogg, I'm on the mic, I'm back with Dr. Dre. But this time I'm gonna hit your heart with a touch to leave motherfuckers in the daze. Duh. So sit back, relax, new jacks get smacked. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'm at the top of the stack. I don't black for a second, and I'm still checking the dopest motherfucker that you're hearing on the record. It's me, you see, S-N-O-O-P, D-O-double-G-Y, the D-O-double-G. I'm fly as a falcon soaring through the sky, and I'm high till I reside. So check it, I get busy, I make your head dizzy, I blow up your mouth like I was Dizzy Gillespie. I'm crazy, you can't faze me, I'm the S, so yes, I'm fresh, I don't with the stress, I'm all about the chronic, bionic, you see, every single day chillin' with the D-O-double-G's, P-O-U-N-D, that's my clique, my crew.
Anyhow, we're here with Jason Borosky, Hang Time episode, Whiskey Throttle Media. In case you guys don't know who this is, I'm sure you do by now, but the house jump.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? I saw that. I hadn't met you yet. I saw it. I'm like, that guy's dead.
When we were on the drive down here, we were like looking for some stuff, and Noah typed my name in on YouTube, and it literally comes up, Jason Borosky dead. Like, people are searching to find out if I'm alive on there.
I thought for sure you were dead, dude. And so then we went to Colby's, and I was like, dude, you see that guy tried to jump? That shit was so tough. And then you're all, hey, I'm right here. And I'm like, you're not dead? And you're like, nope, I'm fine.
I'm alive, yeah. I just did like a few weeks I did like a week in the hospital and then like a month or two in a back brace. It ended up being super mellow. Like, I don't know if you want to get into it right now, but like, yeah, it was like, broke my back on February 12th, I think. And I was in the hospital for like another week, and they said that they were gonna fuse my back, but they were like completely wrong about that. And then when the surgeon came in, he was like, we don't need to do that at all. Like, that's totally unnecessary. You're like pretty young, your back's gonna heal fine. You just need to like wear a back brace and take it super seriously. So then I just left the hospital and wore the back brace for like, I think 7 straight weeks. And by 9 weeks, I was like doing tricks again. Like, I just wore the back brace all the time, like in the shower, everything. It was just a turtle shell, and I just like didn't move. I would like go from the bed to the couch and back to the bed, and that was my life for that like month and a half. And yeah, I just like wanted to get back to it as fast as I could. So then I just took that shit really seriously and got back to it.
Amazing.
There's a YouTube video coming out that like tells the whole story of it too. I think it's coming out, like, I don't know when this episode will be out, but I think it'll be probably out like around when this comes out. It like shows all of the footage from like before we're doing it, setting up the ramp, crashing, like the minutes after crashing, because our filmer Bobby Bills filmed the whole thing. So there's like me laying on the ground, and like I have no recollection of any of that conversation or anything until I got in my car, and I was like, why are we in my car? But yeah, Bobby filmed everything. So there'll be a YouTube video out that like shows the whole story, and like, because I built a practice jump because I was gonna consider jumping it again, and like I still would for the right price, I guess. But yeah, I built this practice jump, and that shows like that whole process too of like figuring out the dimensions of like why I decided to not do it before the video came out and everything.
Yeah. And so then you go from that, which I'm imagining took the internet by storm, right?
Yeah.
Death-defying stunt. You get into quarter pipe at X Games. How'd you pull that?
That was all with a massive help from Colby Raha. Colby taught me like everything that I know about quarter pipe. Like, I went to Rawville, and he just like explained to me exactly like what to do, and I just hit it like a million times, like an obsessive amount of times. For like the year before that I got in, I like started riding it with him, and then like that next year leading into X Games, he just like gave me all the tips and everything and like taught me what I really needed to do. So,
yeah, I was watching
shout out
you
Colby.
out there at Rawville, and obviously you had it down, but it's just sick that you got to go to the big show. You know?
Yeah.
So I noticed, this is my question. I noticed when you were doing quarter pipe, you didn't have gloves on.
Never have gloves on.
I don't get it. How do you do that?
I don't know. Honestly, I've just always never worn gloves since I like really started riding anything motorcycle related, because I like got a dual sport. That was like my first like bike that I would ride around, and it was like my car more or less. I rode it everywhere.
Yeah.
And when I'd like listen to music while I'd ride, so I'd be at a red light or something and like go to change the song. And if I had gloves on, it made it such a long process that I just started riding with no gloves. And then like I would do it enough that my hands just became calloused and got used to it. And I just don't like wearing gloves now. I don't know. Like, people are always like, I don't get how you even like hold on. But for the most part, I don't feel like I sweat so much that I can't hold on. And we're not like getting roosted doing freestyle.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, so okay, you answered my question, because I was wondering, because my hands always get so sweaty, I literally would just go and just weed it, you know? Yeah, so electric bikes, when did you get yourself on one of those?
I bought this, when did I get it? I think I got it like not long before X Games. Yeah, probably like March, I'd say.
Right before I see
Yeah,
you.
like right before we met each other was when I got it. And I've just been like messing around doing street stuff on it, but I've started to like riding it in more of like normal dirt bike application, and it's like it definitely makes it easier.
Well, what you were saying is a lot of people like to hate on the electric bike, but you know why? It's because they haven't ridden one.
Yeah, no, 100%. After I ride the electric bike, I don't really want to go back to my gas bike the next day. It's just so much fun. Like your brain is doing half the thinking. You're only using half your limbs you'd otherwise have to use on your 450.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to shift. There's no clutch. It's just
Yeah,
easier.
well, like I haven't spent very much time on it. I rode Raha's and then I rode yours, but instantly I'm like, this is the most fun dirt bike I've ever ridden.
Yeah, no, I definitely have a blast on it. I'm excited to continue shredding on it. Like I haven't even hit like 75 on it yet, but I would imagine that like flipping it and everything is easier because it's got so much torque. You could probably like bring it around. You could probably barely even pull and flip it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And same with Patrick Evans being able to crack that thing all the way backwards, and then it's like going through all the gears with that wheel spin to get it back.
Yeah, having fifth gear like at your disposal at all times is so sick. Just being able to like bring, if you're nose diving, bring the bike up or anything, or what Pat does. I'm not doing what Pat does.
Yeah.
But respect to Pat, he's killing it.
So you're from Pennsylvania. When did you start riding dirt bikes? From what we discussed, you grew up snowboarding, skateboarding.
Yeah, so I grew up living like in the East Coast. You kind of just do everything because like we do a sport with the season change.
Yeah.
So like in the fall you'll play football or soccer, winter's basketball, spring's baseball, and then summer like whatever you want to do. And like in that time I would also be snowboarding or skating or just like doing whatever. Like my family has like a lake house up in northeastern PA, and I'll like water ski.
Yeah.
Or my cousins are like race snowmobiles and stuff, so I'll do that with them. You just do a little bit of everything. And like none of the resources that are in Pennsylvania are as good as they are here. So when you come out here, you're like, oh my God, it's so crazy how good you can get at stuff, because you could go to the skate park every day. In Pennsylvania, it's gonna rain all the time.
Yeah.
So for the most part, like I just played organized sports, and then after I was done playing like baseball and football, I would go home and like ride my BMX bike or skate, or like in the winter go snowboarding with my friends. And like that definitely sculpted this, was like growing up snowboarding and skating, and then like wanting to come to California and wanting to be somewhere that you could do one thing year round and like see how good you could get at it. Because my whole life I was always like, okay, well these 3 months, literally it would be like, all right, these 3 months is baseball, these 3 months is football, this 3 months it's snowboarding, now we're gonna skate for a few months. And it's like, okay, I do that, and then it's like right when you're feeling really good, it's like time to stop.
Start all over.
Yeah, and I was always like, I wonder how much fun you could have with something and how good you could get at it if that was all you did all year. So then when I moved here, that was all I did for like 4 years. It was just dirt bike.
Yeah, no, dude. And then that's when you really developed your maybe skills, but confidence, where you're all, I'm just going to jump that house right there.
Yeah, I've always had that. Like I was always
a sender.
Yeah, like I would be snowboarding off my roof when my parents weren't home, and they'd be like pissed because there'd be marks on the roof because it's snow. But like, yeah, I started dirt biking because of my cousins. Like they all had like dirt bikes and quads and stuff, and I had like a little 50 in my garage as a kid. But like I always equate that to like kids grow up with like a pogo stick or like a ripstick, and it's like a toy you have in your garage, but it's not something that you're ever gonna think you're like gonna try to make a career out of. You just do it because it's one of the things that's in your garage sometimes. And like I would just ride it around like my parents' suburban neighborhood sometimes, but that was
so
really
you're already street riding on a PW.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, really, honestly, did
you ever hit any little jumps or like wood, like on?
My dad made like a little 6-inch kicker.
Yeah.
And that was the extent of my dirt biking, was just like riding around in my front yard sometimes. And then when I graduated high school, I got a WR, which is a street legal dirt bike, and I would just ride that everywhere. And then
were you like thinking skate stuff, street stuff?
Always, all the time. Like I would go to my
a wall ride or some little hip or something.
All the time. Like I'll show you pictures of it. We could like drop it in here. But there's like spots on the way to my friends' houses that I would like jump off the side of the road and just like hop back on the road and go to their house. I would do that kind of stuff all the time. And I like always wanted to try to film something seriously of that, but it's like just hard in Pennsylvania. And then in 2019, my great grandma died, and I had $2,000 in a bond from her. And this kid up the street was selling this like beat up 450 that I bought from him for $2,000. And then that was when I would say that I like really started dirt biking. That was like, I had like an epiphany of like, I get how people do all this shit now.
Yeah.
Like going from riding like a heavy ass dual sport all the time to riding a 450 was like, wow, I could actually like maybe do something with this. Like this is the right tool finally.
Yeah, I'm sending this thing.
Yeah, and then I just started doing that, and like then right after that COVID happened, and I was like, all right, now's the time to like hit these street spots, because like in Pennsylvania it's not like California. Like if you were to be at this park in Pennsylvania, like somebody's yelling at you.
Oh, for sure.
People are just very territorial over there because it's been a state forever, you know what I mean? So everybody owns the land. That's just the way people are there.
Yeah.
Whereas out here, it seems like people are more so just like down for you to do whatever you want to do, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And
there's the action sports culture.
exactly, that's a huge part of it too. Back at home, when I tell people what I do, they're like, so jackass? I'm like, no, different.
Yeah, so like in California, skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, everything came from your music. Cultural, constant change.
Yeah,
Where like places like that are
very constant.
Yeah.
Everything is the same.
And so, like some old guy or whatever walking by, like he's old to us, but you know he skated probably at one point. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, so he sees you in here on the Stark, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, guy."
He's like,
get
I would
it."
do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but so then that's
And everyone smoked weed too. Everyone's stoned all the time, so they're in a better mood, right? So they're happy. They're like, "Oh, sick guy, back."
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't even know if weed is legal yet in Pennsylvania or not. But yeah, so COVID happened, and then everything was like a clean slate of where you could go and what you could do, because the laws of like where you could literally be were so blurred when COVID happened that it was like, all right, I'm gonna start jumping off like our park pavilion roof, because I just got this dirt bike that I could feel like I can actually do stuff on, and I'm gonna just send it on whatever is actually now available. So that was what I started doing, and then that was the beginning of filming my first street part, Demon Time, which came out like
I remember seeing that.
of May of 2021. So I like filmed a handful of clips in Pennsylvania, and like most of them ended up being like, we can't use this.
Demon Time was pretty gnarly, dude. Honestly, when I was watching them, like that dude's pretty tough.
That was me learning how to do all that shit.
Yeah, I was
Like every wall ride in there, never done a wall
well, I
ride
was
before.
like, that
Every
guy
trick,
doesn't-
learning
I
those
was
tricks.
like, that guy just doesn't give a he's doing it. You know, like he's crashing, he doesn't care. He's like,
Yeah. No, yeah, that was every crash in that video is me learning how to do that thing in that moment, which is cool. It's like a little time capsule of learning how to do stuff.
Then another thing we'll touch on is the Death Row Records sponsorship. So at X Games, he shows up. He's got his whole kit. He's got his sponsors here, and you know he doesn't have gloves on, but he's got Death Row on his shit. And I was blown away. I finally today asked you about it, but I was like, whoa, like that's a major mainstream crossover type sponsor to have.
Yeah, it's sweet. Death Row's been hooking me up since X Games, and we've been doing like a little clothing deal, which I hope we're able to continue for a long time coming. But yeah, it's been sweet. They've been hooking me up with clothes and stuff, and it's cool to like combine moto with the music, because I feel like most of moto has been punk and changing it over, or not changing it, but adding in like a hip hop, which has also always been involved, but like having this be a part of it is cool.
Yeah.
It's like something new that like kind of involves the street culture of everything too, which like is parallel to what I'm doing.
Well, you're in Long Beach.
Yeah, exactly. And I live in Long Beach. It's just like a nice, it's like organic.
Yeah, it is very. You're in Long Beach. You're doing urban riding, and you got Death Row Records.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Death Row's the shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So I met you through Colby Raha, which is one of everyone's our homies, and obviously gave you the quarter pipe expertise.
Yep.
A place to learn. How'd you meet Colby?
I met Colby at Militia right after I put out Demon Time, and Colby's helped me since day one of meeting him. Like, we rode together at Militia for like 2 hours, and by the end of the day, he asked me to film footage for Narnia, which then like really helped me career-wise, and just like learning stuff from Colby. He's taught me so much shit, helped me like put stuff together, put me in his movie, and then like, yeah, so meeting him that day, then film stuff for Narnia, and then since then we've just been riding together a bunch. And then once he built Rawville, I was going out there and I've been helping him build stuff, and like we've just been kind of helping each other. Like, he's been helping me, and I'll give him a hand wherever he needs, like building a ramp or something. In any way that I could help him, I'm down, because he's helped me so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, Colby's been a huge proponent of helping my career be on the path that it's on. So I very much appreciate that. Thanks, brother. But yeah, going off of Colby helping me, he's also helps a ton of people, which is sick. Like Noah. Noah's from Minnesota, and he's coming out here killing it. He's been staying with me. Colby's been like training him, helping him, taught Noah how to hit quarter. He's been like killing it on his California endeavor. I can relate to Noah because of coming from somewhere else and coming to California. When you get out here, you don't know how you're gonna like stack up against everybody, but it's very helpful to have people like Colby giving us like the tips and pointers and showing us the ropes on like, here's the right steps and here's what to do to try to like make this like a really successful career and like make it what you want it to be.
I myself can relate, coming from Washington State. Coming here, obviously it's West Coast, but I had the Crusty Demons Flashman crew show me where to go, what to do. You know?
Yep. Yeah. It's a impossible scenario to do this without some guidance. I feel
without a network.
Yeah, without a network. It's like it really is all network. So in that point, Noah Bakken, check him out on Instagram. He's up next.
So anyhow, yeah, Jason, thank you for coming on Hang Time. You were on the first one, and now we got you on this one. But you know, very unique. I feel like this episode you'll see something you've never seen before.
That is definitely, I would say, one of my goals in dirt biking as a whole is to just do something different, or at least the way that I see dirt biking. Because I didn't grow up racing, and I didn't really even grow up doing it very heavily until like I finished college. Like I just went to college and then decided that I'm not going to go to law school. I'm going to try to dirt bike illegally in the streets for a living. So that perspective is
I'd say that was a great decision.
Thanks, I like it. Yeah.
Thinking, fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. But yeah, so that is I'd say like one of my main goals is to just like bring something different to the table, whether or not people like it or don't. At the very least, I hope that it inspires somebody to do whatever they want to do.
Anarchy.
Yeah.
If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, comment what you thought, and share it with your friends.